not an answer. I have no evidence to prove that you're a pathological liar. I'm just getting started. Unless you shut up. Can you shut up? Shut up because I have bad evidence on you.
Here I was saying at last, or rather, at least, we have a franchise of housewives that ended peacefully. Like, I was super excited when I saw the celebration, the good comments that were coming out of this lady's mouth. And then I'm seeing clips from the reunion and I am seeing something else. No, what exactly went wrong? Like, I am tempted not to talk about today's episode and rather talk about the reunion because it's not adding up. To think that Sonal is having issues with Susan. So yeah, I am confused, speechless, and everything you can think about. Because what exactly happened? Sonal and Susan. Hey, I didn't see this coming. But for Minnie and Lisa, we already knew right from the one that Minnie was always coming for Lisa. So what exactly happened to Sonal and Susan? I don't know. I do not really understand. Please, in case you know, okay, yes, we will definitely know next week during the reunion, but I cannot wait to really know what happened before next week. So in case you know it, let me know in the comment section what you think happened between Sonal and Susan. These were besties. Like, I envied their friendship, I envied their relationship, and now we are seeing this. Ha! Hey, no, it cannot be. It cannot be. Something went wrong, and I want to know what it is before next week.
And I have never explored our friendship. It's because I feel she's stuck up in Susan's ass, and you know she's Susan's minion. So,
But she owned it. She's a pimp. But a high-class pimp. Hobby. But the real job is this.
pimping. Ah, mashallah. I don't know what she's mixing, but some bit of drama, some bit of sweetness, some bit of Sonal. Stir it up. Vera's booty. Perfect combination. That's what I'm serving these women.
Hello everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. How you're doing? Hope you're doing great. Hope you're staying safe. Please kindly subscribe, hit the bell button, and also let me know in the comment section what you think in general about the franchise Housewives of Nairobi. I think I'll just do like a roundup of everything because today nothing really happened, nothing serious happened. It's just chit chat here and there. So let's just talk about all the characters in this episode. But first, I think I'll start with the first doctor. I've forgotten her name again. So the first doctor that actually left, I think it was good she left because I don't think she would have been able to withstand these ladies, because these ladies at a point in time were very raw, they were very endearing, they were everything and more, if you ask me. Then now let's talk about, I don't really have much to say about her because I think it was just one episode or two episodes. She showed up and she left. I would actually want her to come for the reunion and actually say one or two things about she actually had an altercation with Vera. So I really want her to come and say her own part because they didn't really agree. Vera and Dr. What's her name again? I can't remember her name again. They really agree, and that was how she left the show. Now let's talk about Vera. I think for Vera, we didn't really see a lot of Vera because she's actually heavy, 8 months, and as a pregnant woman, there's so much going on there. Even today's episode, we saw Susan actually book a spa session for her because she realized that Vera was actually very tired. She wasn't herself. She was moody and all that. So he decided to give her a spa session. And after that spa session, even the ladies actually confirmed that Vera was looking like a new person entirely. Her energy was different. Her aura was different and all of that. So Vera, I think we would have seen more of Vera if she wasn't pregnant. But congratulations to Vera. She has actually put to bed a baby boy. I'm so happy for her. So I want her to come back in season 2. I want to see more of her. I know Vera, I didn't really watch it. I think is it Nairobi Diaries or so. I didn't really watch it, but I was just seeing clips here and there. And I know that Vera was giving us a lot of energies there. But here, she was actually blowing hot and cold. Vera, when she's with her co-housewives, she doesn't really say much. But during her confessionals, you see her keep her hands like this on top of her bum, and then she's now saying one or two things, and then she'll now smile and all of that. So moving on to the next person, let's talk about Lisa. Lisa was just there. Yes, she was giving us sort of a mother's vibe. She was giving us like I'm older than you vibe, but at the same time I love the fact that she always kept to time. I love the fact that she was very disciplined. She tells you how it is, even if she knows that you're not going to take it in the right way. She tells you as it is. I would not say Lisa was actually a two-faced person. What Lisa says in her confessionals is what she gets to tell you face to face. Like, she was that blunt. So I love that she was blunt. I love that she was open. She didn't even send anybody. And I love the way she took her health seriously. Yes, she took her health very serious. I actually learned one or two things when she had met with her dietitian. I learned one or two things about her. It was really good to see her take her health seriously. And then for today's episode, Lisa was just there. She didn't really show up so much on today's episode because this episode was basically the women having fun, staying together. But finally, for today's episode, she actually came out for the cocktail. Bear in mind that previously, when the ladies are going for cocktails, she doesn't have to go for it because she doesn't drink wine and all of that. So today she decided to go for cocktails with the ladies. Then the next person we'll talk about is Dr. C. Dr. C came pretty late, but at the same time she gave us good content. Like, I love Dr. C. I love her personality. I love that I think she was actually misinterpreted several times, especially when it had to do with matchmaking and being a pimp. I think they actually misinterpreted it a whole lot. Dr. C actually gave us her world. She showed us her business side, and I'm happy that they're saying that her business, her wine, actually did so well, and she's going to open a champagne brand very soon. I'm super happy for that. Dr. C gave us her whole life. She opened up to her family. She opened up her business. She opened up to what she does, even the things that on a normal day we wouldn't see women talk about, especially like this matchmaking people. You hardly see women come out and say, oh, I matchmake people and all of that, because we all know how people actually see. People actually see that, oh, so you actually do runs, like you match people to collect money and all of that. But she opened up to us, telling us, okay, this is what she does. And then we now see Sunal and Minnie, especially Minnie, actually castigating her, laughing at her and all of that, which didn't sit down well with me. Because one, this woman opened up to you that this is what she does. Like, it's not like it's something illegal. She's not doing it based on, how do I put this now? She's not doing based on, okay, you sleep with this man today, then tomorrow you're sleeping with the next man. No, she's doing it because she wants people to settle down, to come together and be husband and wife. So I didn't really like that whole, they really judged her, misjudged her. I didn't really like it. But Susan in person, I think she's a very good person to be with. Like, she's someone that will, if you have her as a friend, she's someone that is going to lift you up. She has the connection. She has, even if she might not support you financially, but she has the connection. She knows who to call and who you should meet in case you need something. So I love that about Dr. C. I love that she's free-minded, that she gives out freely and all of that. So moving on to, let's talk about Minnie now. So Minnie, I loved Minnie. Like, I loved Minnie from the very first time I watched Minnie was in Single Kiasi. I loved her acting skills. Like, I rooted for her. Then when I first watched Single Kiasi before the Housewives of Nairobi started. Then when I now saw her, I was like, oh, this is interesting. So it was very exciting to see Minnie there. So when the show started, I didn't really like the fact that they actually looked down on Minnie. If we are going to be very sincere, they actually looked down on Minnie because when she was an actress, I think they didn't see actresses as people that made legal money, people that were rich, people that were okay for themselves. They've actually misjudged her, and I didn't really like that about the ladies, especially Susan. Susan ran with whatever she had in mind about Minnie, but I'm happy that later on Susan and Minnie actually bonded and they were very cool. I think the problem Minnie and Susan had was the problem of who is going to be the leader here, who is going to be the queen here, who is going to be the head here, because the two of them have strong personalities. Like, their personalities are too strong. So the problem both of them had is, who is going to dim one's light for me to shine? Minnie was not ready to dim her light for Susan to shine, and Susan as well was not ready to dim her light for Minnie to shine. So that was the problem that these two ladies were having, and I think when they decided to let go of whatever situation, whatever ego they were having, everything came together. Now Minnie as a person, I think Minnie is very Minnie is very energetic. Minnie is that friend you need in your circle. Like if you don't have a Minnie in your circle is boring. You need that one friend that when things are going low, she will be up there hyping you and say, let's go, let's go, let's go. Minnie is someone that would bring your spirit up, even if your spirit is so down. Yes, sometimes it can be very annoying because sometimes you just want to be alone, you just want somewhere that is cool, calm. But Minnie is one person that will light up a room, like change things for you. I love her go-getter spirit. I love that she hustles a lot. Yes, sometimes she can be very rude. Yes, Minnie can be very rude, and she's saucy. She can throw shades. Like Minnie's shade sometimes are something else. There's actually a shade she threw at one of the housewives during the reunion, like, you're butchered. I can't remember how she even said that thing. I don't know. I'm not with my phone here to actually read it out to you people, but if I see it, I'm going to put a clip here. Like the way she actually shaded that person, my head, I'm like, Minnie's mouth is bad. Minnie is one person that you should not have a fight with, because you will not win. That is just the truth. You will not win if you get to fight with Minnie, because Minnie is her mouth is bitter, her mouth is painful, but she loves to actually remain on her own lane. I've noticed that about her. She was not the one that will look for your trouble, but if you come to look for her trouble, she'll give it to you squarely. Like, she'll tell you how it is, and no matter how you want it, she'll give it to you. So for today's episode, I love that she was open-minded, although I did not like the fact that she was actually saying negative things about Dr. C. And then when it came for that of the mentorship session, when Dr. C offered to be her mentor, she actually grabbed it with her full hands and later on switch things and say, okay, Dr. C, your fashion sense is down, I want to elevate it and all of that. I feel taking Dr. C out for that shopping should have been a better opportunity to say, oh, see, Dr. C, yes, he said you're a pimp or a matchmaker. I think so and so things. Everything, all the conversations she had with them. So now I feel that was the best time for her to actually have that conversation with Dr. Catherine. But well, she decided not to have it. So Minnie is a go-getter. I love her energy. I love everything about her. I would love to see her in next season. Now let's talk about Sonal. I'll say Sonal was just there. I don't think we really saw so much about Sonal. I don't know. The only thing I think we saw about Sonal was most of her contents were surrounded around Susan. So it was more like, in short, Sonal and Susan, most of their contents were surrounded around themselves. They did most things together. We didn't really get to meet their families per se. Although Sonal showed us that her religious aspect, like how religious she was and how she takes religion very seriously. But well, let's not say Sonal didn't really show some of herself. She showed us that part of depression, how she went through her divorce. Well, I think it's something, okay, let me scrap it. Let's scrap it a little. She showed us some things about herself, how she went through depression and how she's still going through depression. I really felt so bad for her when she had that altercation with Vera, but I'm glad again that altercation was later resolved between the two of them. And I always say, see, because you're my friend and you know some side about me that's not so good, because we have a misunderstanding does not mean that you have to come and put it out in the public. I really blamed Vera for that action of hers. It was really uncalled for. It was childish and all of that. Then I love Sonal's co-parenting with her ex now, because it really takes so much for you and your ex-husband to co-parent together, not having misunderstanding. When I actually gave Sonal her respect was when they actually went for this Susan's 40th birthday, and they called her that one of her helps or driver, I can't remember which of them actually fell, and she actually called her ex, and her ex went there immediately to help out. Like, it really takes a good relationship or a good understanding for your ex to actually show up for you when you are not there. Like, it takes a whole lot. So now in person, I think Sonal is one person that she will pinch you silently, And then when you now want to react, she now goes with her very tiny voice, you know this, and then you any other person looking there will like, who is hurting this young girl? See, she cannot talk too much. She now gives us her baby face and all of that. But all in all, I love Sonal. Her fashion was epic. This is Sonal and Susan's fashion. It was a whole lot. I love their fashion sense. So moving on to Susan, who I think is the last housewife. Susan was Susan was a whole lot. Like that girl is a full package, if you ask me. Full package in the sense that I love her body physique, I love her fashion, I love the fact that she knows what fits her and what suits her. I love the way she carries herself, I love her energy, I love so many things about Susan. Like Susan is one person that will tell you as it is, irrespective of the fact that sometimes they are not true. She's one person that if she hears something about you, she runs with it without trying to confirm from you whether it is true or not. So she judges people based on the cover, based on what people have told her, which is actually very wrong. But apart from that, I think every other thing about Susan is very fantastic. She's very open, she's welcoming. Her 40th birthday was just the best. Like, to think that this 40th, when she just said she was taking the ladies to Malindi, I was like, there's gonna be too much fight here. Like, there's going to be a whole lot of fights. But I love the way that she was able to address everybody and everything went on well. There was no fights, no misunderstanding. Even if there was a misunderstanding, so just minor, in short, irrelevant misunderstanding. So I love that Susan was able to bring all the women together and they were actually in good peace and there was no chaos. So let me know what you think about all the housewives in the comment section. Is it their reunion? I cannot still believe it that Sonal and Susan had a fallout. Hey, oh boy, this one, it is not balanced. Something went wrong, please, and I'm not liking it at all. I was really very happy about Sonal and Susan's relationship, but I thought I saw on Instagram that the two of them were friends. Well, let's not jump into conclusion. Until next week, we'll see how everything goes. So please subscribe, hit the comment section, and tell me what you think about the housewives of Nairobi. Bye.
Again, I feel like she's just fearful that if she has a lunch date with me, we do something with her, Susan will be mad.